Hello, friends and family from around the world. This is Mike with Daily Events Worldwide, and we're on March 3rd, 2025. Welcome to another surviving day on the planet, and welcome to the Daily Dew, giving you our space weather update as well earthquakes, volcanoes, and world weather. Always starting out here looking at our sun for the past 2 days as we've seen minor to moderate activity, not many solar flares to report, lots of filament eruptions, top left, and as well some polar solar activity. Looking at the last 48 hours incoming, had a solar tsunami there, and as well active sunspot regions turning into view, and they have produced the minor to moderate C-class solar flares. Lots of prominence and solar prominence or plasma filaments to observe here, incoming and outgoing. That's been most of the activity we've been talking about recently. We haven't seen a strong solar flare in quite a few days. Having a look at multi-spectrum, pointing out the last 48 hours of events, solar flares, plasma filament eruptions, and as well a little solar tornado produced by solar prominence. We did have coronal hole affecting us the last few days. We've got another one turning in, and we are still being minorly affected by the southern coronal hole region. Solar winds are coming in over 400 kilometers per second still, so geomagnetic activity still slightly heightened. 171 angstroms here. Amazing images brought to you by Solar Dynamics Observatory, mixed with daily events worldwide, and thank you so much for pressing play. Here's a look at our sunspot regions in motion. Little time-lapse speed up to really see them interacting, and these two here growing towards each other. 4012 and 4011. Definitely going to be keeping an eye on those as they are becoming Earth-facing. 4007 looks quite peculiar as well. So current space weather conditions, there are none to report, but our solar winds are still coming in 476 kilometers per second. Solar X-ray flux, strong C-class solar flares reported yesterday, but not too much here the last 24 hours. Proton flux is low. Geomagnetic activity is low at a KP2. But we do have a solar storm on our doorstep here. Current Space Weather Prediction Center showing their space weather spiral glancing blow by this CME 4th into the 5th of March, so that's tomorrow night and into the 5th. And as well depicted here in the in the lower diagram, you can see the incoming coronal hole region. So minor solar storm will be affecting Earth. Tonight's aurora forecast, and here's tomorrow night's. This is where we will be impacted. At about 9 to 10 p.m. it will start. View line stretching down as far as parts of northern Michigan. Looking at Alaska 03, showing the most recent CMEs since the beginning of March. And as I said, it's been mostly polar regions. Big CME blast here towards the south, another one towards the north. This is our sun for the past 2 days. And this is our planet for the past 24 hours for earthquakes, kind of looking like a pin cushion, as we've seen quite a bit of activity with over 230 earthquakes. Notable earthquakes here, 4.5 Orcas Island, Washington, right in the bay, really close to Vancouver, Canada. As well, 3.6 there, Alaska. Notable earthquake here, North Hollywood, California, reporting a 3.9 magnitude earthquake. Are you kidding me? North Hollywood. That's right. That's a pretty strong magnitude earthquake for the region. As well, notable earthquakes here, Nicaragua, 4.9, 4.6. Cayman Islands, 4.3. And Martinique with a 4.8. Lots of activity South America as well, from northern Peru south to parts of southern Chile. 4.5 ranging to 4.7. And most recent here, 4.4 earthquake, Iran, Sarpol, Iran, and as well notable 5.2 earthquake, eastern Iran, Iran Shar. Arabian Plate has been quite a hot spot recently. 4.5 earthquake there, Indian Plate. 5.0 earthquake south of the Australian Plate. And as well, deepest earthquake the past 24 hours. Right here, 4.6, Fiji Islands, 476 kilometer depth. Notable activity, Marianas Trench. Deep earthquake here, Japan. And as well, 4.4, Kamchatka, eastern Russia. And that's the last 24 hours for earthquakes. We'll get a quick look here at USGS as we've got something building. We didn't just have one 4.9 or 4.5, they're saying here, USGS, Orcas Island, Washington. USGS reporting 238 earthquakes past 24 hours, slightly above average. But you can see them piling up all across California and Alaska. 238 earthquakes, so it is starting to build. Notable activity at Hawaii as well, waiting for yet another eruption. We've seen 11 eruptions from the Kilauea volcano since right around Christmas time. Zooming in here, we've got minor seismicity at Yellowstone, Montana, 1.2, and as well west into Idaho and the Hedgen Lake Estates, Stanley, Idaho, north into Montana. Pacific Northwest is quite a hot spot right now. And then look at the earthquakes here. Orcas Island, 4.5 magnitude earthquake, followed by some minor activity, about 5 aftershocks in the region. Look how close it is to Vancouver, right there. Notable activity at Mount St. Helens and as well Rainier, Ashford, Washington, aka Rainier, and as well Amboy, meaning Mount St. Helens. This is a look at the last 7 days for earthquakes around the world. Get a feel for the heartbeat of our planet as we are rocking and a-rolling. Shakers and movers around the world. I want to thank everybody for watching. We are really close to 97,000 followers. Keep liking, sharing, and subscribing. Don't forget to hit the bell and make sure you're receiving all notifications. Don't want to miss an update. We try to do a daily premiere at 8:30 p.m., taking Sunday nights off. Now, volcanoes. Let's look at our sulfur dioxide emissions report for the next 3 days. This is a forecast as we've had quite a big eruption at either northeastern Russia or Kamchatka. Not really sure where this is coming from just yet. This is preliminary look at quite a sulfur dioxide emissions plume right across eastern Russia, flooding now into most of North America. Notable activity still at Kilauea and as well Mexico, Guatemala. Carrying on here, still parts of the Mediterranean and as well Indonesia, New Caledonia, and Fiji. Notable plumes here, parts of Brazil and the Bahamas, all around Puerto Rico. Definitely can be keeping an eye on the volcanic activity through that subduction zone. Having a look at world weather as we've got an extreme weather event planned for parts of central United States and all of the Great Lakes, Ontario, and winter storm for eastern parts of Canada. Long-range forecast got multiple systems finally piling through here. Lots of moisture and as well some strong winds, but watch for the long-range high-pressure ridge coming in from the north. Winter is not over yet. There's going to be some pretty snowy systems still in the long range, but heads up, we've got a lot of moisture on the way across North America and as well as South America. Watch for daily evaporation rains, but pretty heavy at times. Thursday up until the whole weekend, and as well, cyclone affecting parts of Mozambique, making landfall March 10th into the 11th. Lots of activity here around the world, and thank you again for pressing play. Looking at a world weather forecast brought to you by windy.com. Overlooking Australia, Southeast Asia. No major typhoons, but we do have a cyclone heading towards eastern seaboard of the Australian coast. Watch for that thing to make landfall and ride straight down and then come back towards southeastern parts of the Australian continent. That's quite a forecast for a strange cyclone that's been around for a few days already. I'll leave you here looking at the Pacific Ocean as we've got multiple low-pressure systems coming in, and they will be strong this week. Eventually watch these big ones break through and head north over the Rockies. And there are some pretty snowy systems coming in behind there. Thank you, Russia, and the new volcanic activity. Stay aware and prepared, stay young and have fun, and get your daily dew. Thanks for watching.